I want to say something, and I want to say, as you can see by the title, I need to tell you something. I need to tell y'all something, bro. Yo, Clippers, clip this, bro. I have 6 days to live. I'm dying. I'm losing my mind.
Bruh. Ow! 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 Ah! Ah! I literally just went to grab the mic and I hit it with my thumb. Oh boy, Neon is no stranger to this channel. But you know what is? This merch that I've got. You can't actually buy it right now. We're going to drop it when the Darkwood video comes out on the 15th. Look at it, bro. Dude, I know. I'm beginning the video with a shield. I get it. But look at this shirt. That is so sick. And then there's this design that we're also selling as well. Dude, I like, this is going to be so sick. I actually can't stop smiling. Neon needs no introduction, as we know, and as I've said many times, he began his career by doing NBA 2K content.
Come on, push it. 4 seconds, right here. Bro, what are you doing, dude? Oh my god.
Yo, I lag, bro. And then he did Fortnite content, and now he's basically Kick's resident lolcow. So Neon walks this very fine line, which I've talked about many times in the past. Basically, anything that he does that any other streamer would do, they would be banned immediately. But because it's Neon, he just gets like a day ban or maybe like a little slap on the wrist because Kick realized that he is probably bringing in more viewers per person than, you know, most other streamers on their platform. Now, Neon has done a lot of things, like, for example, threatening to dox a fan, threatening to do naughty things with a fan, also getting arrested in Dubai. Most recently, I talked about when he actually got into a car crash with Squeeze Benz. Dude, you know what? I need to get better lighting because I don't have any lighting in this room. I've just got the natural daylight coming in from there, and I keep, like, I look like a old man. Now, one of the things that Neon actually got famous for originally, when he was but a wee little lad, was faking his death. And he did this quite a lot of times. One of the most notable examples that actually put him on the map was 5 years ago. He did like a video series saying that he had a brain tumor and he was going to die, only for him to make a miraculous recovery. And I think there's something really scummy about that, especially because, I mean, even recently, there have been YouTubers that have developed cancer for quite a while, and it's ended up taking their life. There was a gun YouTube channel called Paul. I actually recently watched his farewell video. He had like aggressive, I believe it was pancreatic cancer, and nothing really could be done. So he made peace with it. And honestly, he dealt with it in like the most Chad way possible, going out on his own terms, making sure him and his family were basically secure after he passed away.
Hi, everyone. Let me get right to the point. As I'm recording this today, it is 20 December 2023, and I'm recording this and giving Brad instructions to publish it upon my death. So if you're watching me, I'm dead. But yeah, then on the other side of the spectrum, you have Neon. Neon is like, he reminds me of a xenomorph from Alien. He is the perfect specimen. He has no guilt. He has no shame. He would genuinely throw himself into oncoming traffic if he knew it would translate into him somehow getting a viral TikTok clip. There was actually a situation earlier this year where something similar happened as well with Neon, claiming that he had a very serious condition and he only had 3.5 days left to live.
I do have approximately 3.5 days to live, and it is doctors told me some crazy shit, and I just hope you guys can make me feel better and pray.
I mean, I don't know about you. For someone with 3 days left to live, he's looking pretty healthy. And this is the worst thing about Neon as well, because I feel that most people can, you know, do the whole boy that cried wolf one time, especially if you're a content creator. Once you've pulled that string, you can't do it again. But Neon is like saying that he's got a terminal illness and he's going to die basically yearly now. It's like the yearly tradition. You know, some people celebrate Thanksgiving. Oh my lord.
And you're filming? God!
Some people celebrate Chinese New Year. Neon celebrates that he's got 3 days to live to clip farm.
I'm dying.
And I'm happy to say, Neon, with his life-threatening condition, he made a full recovery. Guys, can we get a round of applause for Neon? I'm so happy for him. That's great. But
Unfortunately, which is very strange, after everyone started clipping him and getting millions of views, and then all the clips dried up and his views went down, the illness came back. So last week, Neon was having some issues with a desktop stream. Honestly, whenever you tune into a Neon stream, it's either going to be him walking around in public or doing an apology. You really are just flipping a coin to see what it lands on. Fair and Hunger reference, ladies and gentlemen. I've been playing the game a lot more. Someone said you don't get attacked, you just can't sleep. A terrifying figure is watching you sleep. Who made that? Who made that up? Who lied? Someone lied. You lied when you said that. You liar! And Neon got really angry because he couldn't load up the game Dumb Ways to Die. You might remember Dumb Ways to Die. It was the game that like every Let's Play YouTuber did like 8-9 years ago. I think PewDiePie did it, Jacksepticeye did it. It was really viral. And then his anger escalated and he thought, oh my God, I'm losing viewers. So, and this is just pathetic. He's basically begging people in his chat to like clip what he's about to say, purposely taking it out of context, knowing that it's BS, but he doesn't care because he knows that people are going to share it around anyway, of him basically saying he has 6 days to live.
Yo, Clippers, clip this, bro. Clippers, clip it. I have 6 days to live. I'm losing my mind, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. Okay, I know!
So, for context, Neon has a hate-hate relationship with his fan base.
Why did that go viral? I don't know. I'm always the fucking victim in every situation, bro.
Usually, he'll say something on stream, knowing it's going to get taken out of context, and unsurprisingly, it does get taken out of context, but he doesn't care because it gets shared around. Again, whenever you go in the comments section of like a TikTok about Neon, everyone is just roasting the guy, but he doesn't care because to people like that are so content-brained, it is more important to have everyone talk about you online in a bad way than no one talk about you. I talked about this with Nikocado Avocado last video. It's a very fine tightrope to walk on. So basically, the risk reward is everyone talks about you, but you're hated. You're hated, but everyone talks about you. But then if you fly too close to the sun and you fall off, no one talks about you, and the few people that do hate you. That's the worst outcome. That's exactly what's happened with people like, Boogie2988. But yeah, a lot of people clip Neon out of context, which is basically what he wants. They'll caption it stuff like, the moment where Neon... And then just a funny word or something. I mean, a good example is there was a clip where the boxer Ryan Garcia punches him in the stomach, and the clip is actually titled, "The moment Ryan Garcia busted Neon's appendix and is now being rushed to the ER." And this was actually posted a couple of weeks ago to the whole, death hoax drama, when in reality, all that happened is Ryan punched Neon pretty hard, and then they wrestled afterwards. I'd find it hard for him to wrestle with a busted appendix, but, Neon is a trooper. I've noticed this with Neon, and I've noticed it with other YouTubers. Like, there seems to be a relationship between the community and the creator in the sense of, like, the creator wants stuff to be clipped, and they want it to go viral. Neon is someone who basically begs his chat to do it, but I've seen other YouTubers that basically, they actually pay people to do it for them. I've made this exact point before, but the YouTuber Tyler Oliveira, who does these kind of, like, documentaries with the biggest quotation marks imaginable, basically just going to a deprived part of an area in America, doing a bunch of poverty tourism, interviewing people. What he does, which is pretty genius, if you go on his community tab, you can actually see that he purposely has a $500 prize to anyone that clips his video and gets the most amount of views. So again, you're not making the best edit, you're making the one that goes the most viral, which helps him. So yeah, that is really clever because it is, again, just using like a monetary incentive to get fans to be able to make your content go more viral. And I think the virality there is really important because, again, like the algorithm is just like RNG. Like, the gif of like the Angry Birds rolling the dice and it shows like 17 billion math equations? It basically is that. You could have someone that does this amazing Tyler Oliveira edit and then it gets no views, and then someone that just like clips it and puts like a troll face in the corner and it gets 1 million likes because the algorithm chose to be nice that day. But yeah, back with the Neon and the gut punch and somehow his appendix exploded. That clip went viral. It was shared everywhere. And I think it's very clever because like I keep forgetting that Neon exists because I don't participate in his community. I don't watch any of his streams. But then when I'm scrolling on like TikTok or whatever, I'll occasionally see something bad that's happened to him. And I think that's very clever marketing on his part because it's a constant reminder that, oh yeah, that guy exists. It's like, please don't forget about me. I just lost my appendix and in a week's time, I'm going to be dead in 6 days. Now, like I said earlier in the video, you can only be the boy that cried wolf so many times. And I mean, there was no goodwill. There was no goodwill with Neon, but I think all of it's pretty much dried up anyway. If there was even goodwill, like the one droplet left has basically evaporated. Because if you go into the comment section, again, it's the same situation as me. It's a bunch of people that maybe used to watch Neon or never watched him, and they just keep being reminded that he existed, unfortunately. And again, they're basically saying that he's just faking it, like he's going to be absolutely fine. So it seems that a lot of people that get reminded that Neon still exists are basically just praying for the guy's downfall. A couple of videos ago, I talked about a TikToker that got into some drama and he made this like half-assed apology video, but I still don't even think Neon would make an apology on that level. And that clip of him asking people to clip him saying he's got like, 6 days to live, like there's an account that posted it and it has 600,000 likes and millions of views. And then the description says the moment Neon got emotional after he reveals he has 6 days to live. Sorry, let me do that again in the TikTok voice. The moment that Neon got emotional after he reveals he has 6 days to live. The top comment saying, Neon, I think they patched this method. 8 days later, Neon, I alive again. Bro does this every day. Every day is like a new death hoax. So after that, like, I'm going to die, guys. No, please clip it, please. It's not a bit, please. So here it evolved more than just this specific clip to other clips. You had Sam Frank, who's Neon's current girlfriend. Aiden Ross. You knew Aiden Ross was going to get mentioned at some point in this video. And there's even a clip of him getting his chest rubbed, reacting to, this fake clip. Genuinely, this guy has like a whole team of people that will constantly put out misinformation just to make sure he stays in the spotlight. I just cannot imagine how you can exist like this. Like, I get it, right? When I stream, I try to be a little bit more high energy, a little bit of that pizzazz. I do a little bit of the clip farming, if you call it. My chat is usually spammed with a clipboard emoji and then a farmer emoji. But Neon is next level. He probably has like a sheet or like a post-it note saying like a list of things of like 5 things he has to clip farm or the stream is basically not profitable. Like there was another clip going around as well where apparently the Kick CEO intervened, banning Neon because he's been faking his death so many times.
Yo, he thinks I'm serious. Yo, if he doesn't answer my call and he sues me.
Did this happen? No. Again, it's all orchestrated drama from his community to get you to look into Neon. Now, after Neon's stream, where he basically lied, saying that he was dying for a bit, wow, would you look at that? A bunch of new people came into Neon's next stream, where he was streaming on Labor Day. Who would have guessed that, guys? Who would have guessed a bunch of people that forgot Neon existed suddenly had their interest piqued because they thought he was dying? So this is where he went back to basically IRL streaming. And then he ends up being asked by a bunch of like kids that like stream snipe him whether he's actually going to die, eventually getting emotional about the whole going to die bit. And unsurprisingly, even though it was a bit that he started, you could tell that he was like this bit was really starting to upset him despite the fact that he started the bit.
What? Am I gonna die in 6 days? All right, bro, I'm gonna have to get up here. Chat, should we leave?
Now, as things were spiraling out of control, everyone thought, oh my god, Neon has 6 days to live, and that's like Majora's Mask. Neon decided to address the allegations head on. I like how I say allegations, like it's a YouTuber that's been accused of something serious, when, like, again, this is a clip farming bit that he made himself that is now basically getting out of control. Now, he starts off the video saying he's not dying, big shock there, and that he's perfectly fine, and he's saying that this rumor got out of control because he was simply trolling his stream.
I need to address these allegations because this is going way too far. I am perfectly fine. I am not dying. I did not start this rumor, okay? This was not me. I was on stream, I was trolling like I always do. Just on stream, messing around.
And apparently, the clips got so out of hand that he had his own family text him, worried and concerned for his safety and health.
And all these people started reposting clips and saying all this weird stuff, and I'm getting texts. My mom is texting me, my dad is, everyone's texting me. Leave me alone. I'm perfectly fine. I'm not dying, all right?
And he also goes on to say that, he's making it clear that he does not joke about that stuff anymore.
I don't joke about that stuff anymore. That was the old me, the old thing I did. I don't even want to talk about it, but I'm not like that anymore. I don't do stuff like that.
Apparently as well, he's had like little kids, like oldest Neon fans imaginable. They go up to him and they say and they wish that he has good luck in heaven.
And these people took it out of context and made it look like I was actually dying. Now I got 9-year-old little kids walking up to me, like wishing me like good luck in like heaven and shit. Like, I don't know what's going on, bro. Like, this is bad.
And then he concludes by basically saying to everyone, please stop spreading around this misinformation. I'm not going to die. Despite the fact that you thought I was dying because I said it on stream to clip farm and people clipped it and farmed it. Apparently in the video as well, he was asking people to stop saying, thank God, basically celebrating that he was going to die, mostly because, he's just a human like everyone else. else.
Stop making jokes and stuff saying like, thank God, and like your prayers are answered and stuff. It's not cool, man. I'm a good kid, bro.
Now, if you look at the comments as well, they're basically just doubling down on the meme, still thinking that he's going to die. Everyone's saying heartbroken. No, why? You're not like that anymore? That was a week ago, you clout-chasing degenerate. I really like the guy saying no with the sub emoji. And then his profile picture is grayscale Donald Trump mugshot. You can definitely tell he's very invested, and that is not an ironic no in any way whatsoever. Now, this is a tale as old as time, but actions have consequences. And Neon is a chronic clip farmer. I've never known anyone, any streamer that purposely clip farms more than him. You know, I feel like you have like a bit of a scale to it. You've got people like, for example, Queso, where people just love the guy. Like he's one of the most adored people in the entirety of Twitch, if not the entire streaming sphere, where anything he does is clipped because of like, you know, how wholesome the guy is.
Yo! Oh, my bad. Hey, you good? You chilling? Chat W cat, man. Look like Kitty a little bit. Kitty.
And then a little bit more up the scale of clip farming, you've got people like Jinxie. People like Jinxie, again, like he essentially blew up because of people clip farming him, like shorts, TikTok, stuff like that.
Light work, no reaction.
Light work, no reaction. Light work, no reaction.
Oh. I don't really play Siege, but I know the whole bit that Jinxie basically single-handedly revived the Siege scene. But unfortunately, what happens with streamers over time is people get sick of like the same bit over and over. And like with Jinxie, people, it's weird with Jinxie. I've never seen a fan base like flip more on a creator, because he's someone that, again, blew up from clip farming, or people like farming his clips. And then he knows that that's the way to keep the train going. So he will purposely clip farm on stream like everyone does. But when he does it, people now just say it's like cringe or it's forced. I haven't tuned into a Jinxie stream in quite a while. I think the most I've watched is like 5 minutes, but still, yeah, I think it's weird how fan bases can flip on people, because I think it's like, you know, when they see someone do like a funny React Andy bit, it's like, ah, that's so funny, Lamau. But then when they're still doing the same bit like a year down the road to try and get new viewers in, and you're like a seasoned fan sat there in your armchair with your beard and your pipe and your monocle and your Reddit fedora, just sat there being bitter because you've seen the bit 50,000 times, I think it's then time to leave. But with Neon, like, Neon is someone who just clip farms all the time, even if it gets him in danger. You know, it's at the time he went rabid on that fan, like we talked about a couple of videos ago, saying that he was gonna, like, you know, essay a fan, dox them, stuff like that.
What's your first name, bitch?
And in his head, he was probably thinking, okay, I'll probably have to do an apology, but it's worth it for the clip farming. I also think the entire situation around Neon, which is truly insane / crazy, it's like we're going down a very dark path now with content creators, because when okay, wow, I'm gonna sound like an old head saying this. When I was doing YouTube like 7 years ago, I feel like it was a lot easier to get into the game. Now it's a lot more saturated because YouTube and streaming and everything else is so much more accessible for everyone. So in turn, it's harder to get noticed. So what gets you noticed are short, quick, hard-hitting clips. So it's almost like we're now moving away from a generation of long-form content, and we're moving towards clip farming. You know, people like rage baiting, doing stupid stuff, knowing it's like, well, people are gonna hate me, but like, at least it gets me on the map. At least it gets me past like the dreg heap and to like, you know, the surface of the ocean of like complete garbage. And then maybe I might get noticed. It's basically a saying as old as time, where it's like, you know, as long as people are still talking about you, then at least you're still relevant. But because of like the recent shift in content and how people get noticed, it's just become like, it's chronic. You know, Neon at the minute, when recording that video, he genuinely might be really annoyed. He might be annoyed that his family are concerned for him and stuff. But again, it's like, you can only do that so many times until like all the goodwill has dried up. Because I watched that video and it's like, is he being genuine? Is he not being genuine? I don't know, because the guy wears so many masks to create content. But, you know, long story short, he did something impulsive, something stupid. He then reaped the consequences of it. And I think as well, like, some people might defend him, you know, like the two Neon fans that somehow find this video. Hey, what's up, guys? But, you know, they might defend him, saying how he never asked for it to be clipped or anything. You know, he was basically just doing a bit. But he knows his community. He knows his community will run with anything. I mean, the ironic thing as well, he actually went onto George Janko's podcast. You might recognize that name because he was basically like on Logan Paul's podcast, Impulsive, where he was like the third guy that didn't really say anything. He got like bullied and stuff, and then basically ended up leaving.
I'm a little taken.
You've been sitting over here for 30 minutes and that's all you can freaking say.
gang.
He's your partner?
He's the newest.
You might want to give him his 2-week notice.
He has his own podcast now, and he actually had Neon on it. And Neon specifically said in said podcast that, you know, he doesn't like to fake his death anymore and he wants to change his ways. But despite you saying that you wanted to change your ways and you didn't want people to think you were dying anymore, you still purposely set up a clickbaiting situation where you only had 6 days to live. I really just think Neon is putting himself in a corner here. I get it. Like, you're getting views, you're getting the sponsors, the ad deals, all that great stuff. But the problem is, like, once you become, like, I really hope it doesn't happen to the guy, by the way. I really don't. If he became really ill or got into an accident or something, then, like, no one would care. Genuinely, everyone would think it's another clip farming bit. Like, we've had the boy who cried wolf, and now we've got the boy who clip farmed. Like, if something bad happened to him, I genuinely don't think anyone would believe it, because he's been pulling everyone's leg to grow on the actual Kick food chain for such a long time. And I think as well, like, the guy, you know, I don't know him or anything like that, but I think he might also have a little bit of an ego, especially because of the fact that he's done stuff that a lot of other streamers would be permanently banned for. But Kick, no, he's that much of a cash cow where it's like, just do an apology. Just say you're really sorry, so, you know, we don't lose sponsors, and yeah, just keep going. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What's the moral of today's story? Buy this merch when it comes out, 15th of September.